Joey with Breezeway Productions, and I'm here with Adam, the organizer of the event. And
something like that. I mean, it's really a team effort, but on paper the title is Festival Director, so super fortunate to have that role, and we have a lot of great support and a lot of great films and screenplays this week.
Is this your first year? Or?
No, this is about year 10 for myself. Okay. So 19th year of the festival, super exciting. The momentum just keeps building, the support, the excitement. It doesn't have any vision of slowing down. In fact, we're actually ramping up for our big 20th anniversary next year. So we're super excited, great attendees, we appreciate the press, the media, all the support from that, and you know, the fans are just rolling in, so we're super excited about this week.
Speaking with
Michael Alden. How are you?
Please tell us the name of your film.
Guest Artist. It's starring Jeff Daniels and it's directed by Timothy Busfield.
Awesome, great cast. Wow, awesome. So how did this come about? How did you get them attached to the film?
Oh man, you know, I've been producing Broadway shows, so I was off of producing the Tony-winning production of Pippin, and Jeff's actually on Broadway right now in To Kill a Mockingbird, and I've known Tim Busfield for a while, and we've wanted to work together, and Jeff Daniels wrote this movie. He wrote the screenplay, and I knew that it fit towards a play, but it would make a wonderful film as well. So we all came together, produced it in the cold weather of Chelsea, Michigan in December, and made a movie, and very, very proud of it. Jeff's performance is incredible, and his writing is wonderful as well, and I'm really excited to be here. I grew up in LA. I'm excited to be at the Beverly Hills Film Festival to screen it tonight.
You know, I worry about, quite frankly, the number of awards that one gets in life, and I've been really lucky. So, you know, I feel, I wouldn't use the word shy because that's a terrible word, but, you know, and I wouldn't say I'm not worthy. I think I'm worthy, but
well deserved.
But I don't, you know, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Gotcha. And it's a lot of people here, and it's busy. So, in a long career, what was your favorite part of it? What was your favorite film? Can you pick one?
You mean of all the films that I?
Yeah. Can you just pick one?
No, you know, in my book says I've got 100 great ones. You know, from Cuckoo's Nest to Annie Hall and Rocky and Apocalypse Now, and you know, there's been a lot of them. The Silence of the Lambs, Dances with Wolves.
Gotcha.
There've been a lot.
The film Olympians, and just tell us a little bit about the film and when it's premiering here in LA and what night.
Great, so it's premiering on Saturday at 6 p.m. And it's about the Greek gods. They exist. This is a world in which they exist, and it's today. And they're irrelevant. No one cares, and they've been shipped out. They come to America for the same reasons everyone ever has, and they're adjusting, and it's not easy. And one of the biggest things they face is now they're considered immigrants here. And
how many Greek gods are in the picture?
3. So it's myself, he plays Ares, and Mel Brooks plays Zeus.
Okay.
And yeah, it's very funny, but it's a dark comedy. It's satirical, and I think it's got a lot of relevance of what's going on today.
Talking to Jeremy Sumter, he's going to tell us a little bit about the film Sargasso.
Yep. Sargasso is a private eye film about a guy who is hired to go and get surveillance on people who are filing for injury claims and, you know, workman's comp and stuff, and they try to get to see if it's fake or not. And actually, the director, Adam Siegel, it's based on his real life. And Tom Berenger is involved with the film, and working with him was just awesome. You know, Platoon was one of my favorite movies, and growing up as a kid, I loved Sniper. And
Major League.
Major League, dude. I'm a baseball fan.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a out in the jungle type fan, so Sniper, Platoon, all the, you know. So to work with him, and this movie is out of the box for him. He really stepped out. It's a total different role, and same for me. You know, Peter Pan, Friday Night Lights, and then playing something like this, completely different than what I've normally done.
8 is a short film, narrative short film. It's set in Mexico, New Mexico, and it talks about a selfish billiard player that hustles for a living, okay? And he falls in love with this woman, Jessie, which is a champion in pool. And throughout the short, we just see him struggling, trying to seduce her, okay? And trying to eventually play with her again.
Hi there, yeah, I'm Kristen Harper. I am Augie in the film. And yeah, excited to be here. This is our lovely director, Matt.
So when did you write the project? How long did it take?
I co-wrote it with Mark Underhill a couple years ago. It took us probably 7-8 months to get a draft that we were happy with. Yeah.
And was she your first choice?
Yeah, actually, Kristen's tape was the second tape that we saw. So we saw like, I don't know, 400 or 500 people for the role, and Kristen's tape was the second one we saw, and it just kind of stuck and made sense. And her performance, I think, from the beginning, really got us excited to see how someone could offer their take on that role in a nuanced way. And she really did that in the film as well, so we're delighted.
I'm Camilo DeNoyer, I'm from San Diego, California, and this story is being presented by this production company, and it's just trying to shine a light on my family's story about immigration and how we got here and the position that we're currently in.
Denzel Whitaker, how y'all doing?
And you're here promoting, and you're in a film here, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm in a film titled Will the Machine. I actually act and executive produce in the film.
Awesome. And we know you currently call up the cast of Black Panther, yeah?
Little secret, little short indie film, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. When is the film premiering here?
So the film actually just premiered.
Okay.
Yeah, we just stepped out of a screening now, so it was exciting, you know.
Good response?
Very good response. It's exciting to test it in front of an audience because you never know if like maybe the jokes might land or the serious moments might land, or we all really enjoy because we've been working on it for about a year and some change now.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We shot that in Virginia last year, right before the Black Panther premiere, and I remember just coming off of that, going to the premiere, being excited about it, and then we've been working on the baby.
Yeah.
So
nice.
It's good to finally share it with the world.
And I'm here with the director of The Ghost of Peter Sellers, and tell us your name and a little bit about the film.
I'm Peter Medak, and it's about a movie I've done with Peter Sellers 40 years ago. And I made a movie, I bought the movie, and the original movie was a total disaster. And because of that, I made this film to try to tell the story of what happened behind the scenes, which was funnier than the film itself, with Peter and some other wonderful English, Peter Boyle and Tony Franciosa, and about 30 English actors in 1973, and it was a 17th century pirate comedy in a goon humor, which was a very English. Spike Milligan was in it as well, who was as famous, if not more famous, than Peter Sellers, who really created Peter Sellers anyhow. So, and it's also about the 70s of London, and about that period, and about Peter, Spike, me, and the movies we made in the 70s.
Princess of the Row? Yes. And just tell us a little bit about the film and what came to you to write it, and how you came to cast this young lady.
Yeah, well, I'm born and raised in LA, so the homeless issues that I've seen throughout the city have increased dramatically in the last 10 years. So this story focuses on a young girl played by Taylor Buck here, whose father is homeless and mentally ill and lives on Skid Row. It's a drama, it's a human story about her struggle to be with her father against all odds, against all circumstances, trying to break them apart. And she was one of the best actresses I've seen that is so in touch with her emotions, and she carries the movie. She's the star of the movie. I'll let you
tell us a little bit about it. Are you from LA?
Yes, I was born in Florida, but I've moved to LA since I was 2, so I'm basically from LA. So I play Alicia, and her father is a homeless veteran with a traumatic brain injury, and so basically the movie is her journey trying to be with her father, because she is a foster child, so they're trying to take her away and separate from her father because he's not safe for her to be around. But the love for her father that she has and the journey that she goes through to be with her father is really what the movie is all about.
Doing an interview with Nick and Kenny of the movie Unorganized Crime, premiering here at the Beverly Hills Film Festival, and just tell you, I know you started it and wrote it, and I know you directed it, so just tell us a little bit about the process, collaboration, how it came together, and where you shot it mostly.
Yeah, well, real quick, Chaz and I did the play in 2014-15 here in LA, and then we had great reviews. Chaz had the idea of writing a pilot for TV, and that's when we brought this genius in, and he brought his crew in, his producing team, and casted it and directed it beautifully, and we are where we are today because of this guy.
Not because of me.
Yeah.
They wrote a great play. which I saw a couple times. Chaz Palminteri, Kenny wrote the play. Chaz was in it. They wrote this pilot. They brought it to me, which I was honored to even be thought of.
Yeah.
And we put it together.
Great.
And here we are.
Kaylee Gilbert and John Penny.
Hard to mispronounce my last name, right?
So just tell us a little bit about the film and what brought you to the film and your experience.
Absolutely. I was working at Raindance LA, and one of my students asked if I would be interested in making a movie with her. Her name's Jeannie McGinnis, and so we looked through some of the premises she had written. Wonderful female-driven thriller, and we put the project together, and we looked at a lot of actresses. And Kaylee, it was a very difficult part to play because it's got a lot going on. And of the people that we looked at, Kaylee was just an amazing find for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sort of a version of Carrie meets Firestarter kind of thing. Yeah. And so she really carries the movie well. She does a really amazing job. Now you can say how good I am.
Oh yes, John was amazing. He was there through every audition process. Yeah, so I went to the audition and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. I love to play characters that are totally out of the norm and different to who I am as a person in real life. You know, it's a great therapy sort of session, and I love the fact that it was female driven, and it was nothing that I've ever seen or heard of before. And usually I'm not one to watch horrors. I'm quite a scaredy cat, so I was like, I think it would be really good for me to be the lead in a horror. Maybe I won't be so scared anymore. And no, it was, yes, absolutely, because everybody was most scared of me, you know, for a change. And honestly, it was an incredible process. It was very demanding on a lot of levels. I was very well looked after, though, as much as I could be on set and stuff. But I loved every single moment, and it was a process, and I grew as an actress from it. And
Nick Aris, yes.
From Caretakers, and tell us a little about the film.
So it's actually, I helped produce it, and it goes back a long way. It's a very interesting story of how we acquired the money in the first place and got going. And I remember talking to George, the star and the main producer of the film, and we had had a few drinks, and he mentioned the screenplay that he'd written, and I was like, you know, everyone's got their screenplay in Hollywood, and I thought I'll give it a read. And I did, and I was impressed by the pace of it, by the intrigue of it, and I knew it had potential. And our group of friends just kind of all really centered on the script, and it was an amazing experience at first. And then, you know, it's so difficult to get the money and to get people to believe in independent film.
Of course.
And it was a struggle, like everything is. But at the end of the day, I still relate to the character I played. I play Miles, his brother, in the film. I think of the complexity of the characters that we wrote, and how George's character, he's one of the people who, there's something else going on with him. It's more complex than the average person, and I play kind of his more lighthearted brother who can kind of see what he's going through, and I try to empathize with him. And there was always that intention of just, I have this genuine care for my brother, and I want to help him, and that always, I can get into Miles like that.
In God I Trust, thank you, and just tell us a little bit about the film.
The film follows 3 characters to a small northern Idaho town, and it deals with racism, guns, and religion in the U.S.
It's set in modern time?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys star in the film, yeah?
Yes. I play Ben White in the film, who's the star of the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in the film. I play B.
Okay. And you
a
guys,
musician.
And he actually is a musician in real life. This is Grammy Award-winning artist Bilal. So he kind of.
Hi. Yes, basically.
Are you from Idaho?
No, we're from Canada.
Canada. Okay. Why Idaho?
We chose something that resembled where we were shooting the location and the story and the gist of like what the story was about.
Okay. Is it based on any real events or just?
Based on things that are happening around us and in the media and some life experiences, yes.